Okay, let me start for today. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whichever part from the world you are. Welcome to the second day of our talk show on empowerment of women in the digital age, hosted by Edvishan. Yesterday, we had an incredible lineup of speakers
बाबू छोड़ क्या
who
मेरे
shared
चावल सांभर गरम
their
कर देगा
insights on how we can
Thank you.
empower women in the digital age. Today, we have two distinguished guests who will share their perspectives on how their countries are creating a more inclusive and diverse world. I am excited to welcome our two guests today. Our first guest is from Israel, a country that has been at the forefront of innovation and technology. As we all know, technology has the power to transform the world. But it is crucial that we ensure that the benefits of technology are accessible to all. We are excited to hear his perspective on how Israel is leveraging technology to empower women and create a more inclusive society. Our second guest, who hails from Algeria, as a country that has made significant strides in women empowerment, we are honored to have her share her experiences and insights on how Algeria is creating a more inclusive society. Her perspective is especially important as we strive to learn from each other and create a better world for all. Today's discussion is not just about learning from our guests, but also about continuing the conversation on how we can empower women in the digital age. We have an incredible lineup of speakers who will share their insights and ideas on how we can build a more inclusive and diverse world. Together, let's work towards creating a better future for all. Thank you, and let's get started. May I call upon our first speaker and guest, very distinguished Mr. Samuel I. Shea. Please welcome to Edvishan Talk Show. Please introduce yourself and continue with your speech. Welcome,
Yes,
sir.
thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here today. My name is Samuel Shea. I'm the chairman of the Israeli Gulf Business Forum, which actually handling all the Abraham Accord peace agreement between the State of Israel and the GCC countries. And also I own my own company called GTS, which is this company is specializing on implementing a humanitarian project in Africa, Asia, and South America. And within according to the issue about women empowering, it's definitely an issue that we are handling in our quest to come and to bring the ability for women to have access for new technology, to come with the new innovation ideas, and to establish their own business. My point of view on this issue, especially after yesterday, I heard some amazing story about very amazing success story about women. We like to be more down to earth on the practical issue and really to come and bring solution for the questioning of empowering women on the entrepreneur side, on the new business development, on ability to support themselves and creating a normal and stable life. One of the major issue when we talk about women empowering is the point to be really realistic about how to implement those situations, what we can offer and how it can be done. We need to understand that three major issues in the process for us to be able to give the tools for women to be able to access those instruments. One of them is the ability for the woman to support herself financially, I mean to bring money to the house to provide food on the table, even if it's full family aspect or as a single mom operational family cell. The other issue is the access for knowledge and education. And the third issue is the guidance and the support for such women to approach any field that she wished to participate. Technology, as we know, is growing amazingly. I mean, it's not by doubles, but it's on multiply. I mean, every year we hear about different technology and all this type of technology that's coming into the market. As more the technological issue get involved in our day-to-day activity, the opportunity for women it's much higher and definitely can be done. As far as the involvement of women in the new technological age, it's something that it can be done, especially that when there's a lot of issue about technology, we find there's not really an issue of if it's a woman involved into the business or a man involved into the business, but it's more about the ability of using the brain to bring the own capacity of knowledge into the game and see what we can be done. And as we know, as far as the emotional instrument that women have and the compassion and the understanding, in some cases it's even higher than men. So eventually we have some advantage on this issue, which we need to take advantage of this situation and see how we can help those women to come into this process. So in one of our basic plan that we're doing now, especially in Africa, is we start to develop a special program where, as I said, we provide the ability for women to get involved in the working force labor within the new ventures, to be able to let the women to make money. From the moment they're able to make money and the stress is going down and the worriness is going down, then we can also navigate them to start to earn education, to get training, to get understanding, and to be able to go to the next step, how to be involved within the new technological age. When we are in the stage that we know that we can supply definitely a good basic of earning money for them and be able to get the education, then we go into the second stage. On the second stage, we let the women to earn education, which in technology, this is the most important part. We need to be able to let the women to get training, to get education. We need to support them. Today, with the new world education system, it's very easy. I mean, even if we have women that are in somewhere in villages that there are not enough education facilities, today with the G5 technology and the Wi-Fi and the satellite communication, you can be even in the middle of the jungle and get access for education and knowledge with no any problem. So eventually, as I said, the basic idea in us to be able to support the women to be able to get involved into the new technology age is really the ability to combine the possibility of earning money by being involved into the labor force activity and to provide the education that is needed. I see a lot of talented women within this group and some other groups that can participate and be involved with their knowledge and their willingness to come and support those activities. As I said, we are starting now in Africa on a small scale project within the community. I mean, we come to villages. First, we stable the education center we bringing businesses or a type of work that will suit to women, so they can get involved immediately within the forced labor to earn money. By earning money to ease down all the problem, get involved into education, and from education to start to go and fulfill the dream, the ambition, to give them the guidance, where to go, what they can do, because sometimes they're not so exposed to the technological world, but they have the basic understanding and the IQ to get involved in such a project. So we're definitely looking to see cooperation with successful women worldwide that are willing to participate in those projects and to bring their knowledge to be able to help to build those type of facilities. And as you can see, I'm talking about the practical issue. I'm not talking about the general idea and how it's nice and how it's important. I mean, we're talking tomorrow morning, okay, we're going to open an embroidery factory in a village. We're going to be able to bring 5,000 women to work in this facility. Then we combine work and education. And then we go to the next stage of self-entrepreneuring and developing the idea of using technology. As you know, Israel is very developed country as far as technological field. I can tell you that today, on the technological aspect, there's a lot of opportunity for women to get involved into it. As I said, most of them is the question of the brain, and there's definitely a way to bring women into those type of activities. We are facing now some major changes in the technological world. Hopefully, we're going to be smart enough to be able to bring the women into the game. It's very important. Also today, there's a lot of access even to work from home, which sometimes can be very important because we're still facing some countries that the issue of women be home and handling the family and the children and to take care of the house, it's very important. By bringing the ability for them to work from home and to be able also to combine the day-to-day life with the ability to work and combined on the technological world, it's definitely something that we can be done. And as I said, we are looking forward to see how we can cooperate in this issue and to participate on the future of such activity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. You explained in detail how your work procedure. And I must say, Edvishan, our organization, we are also working towards this kind of facilitation, like providing training and all financial literacy and other things. And we are always open for collaboration. If we get chances, we are ready to work for other countries also. And you have, yes, you have highlighted two major aspects that financial independence is absolutely required for all the women. And second, to provide them with support and guidance so that knowledge is accessible to that. Yes, we also in Edvishan agree with that, and we are open for collaboration. If any kind of collaboration opportunities are there, we are ready to accept that. Thank you, sir, for putting your expression to all of us. And now I would like to call upon our second guest for today, Leila bin Youssef. Please welcome to Edvishan Talk Show. We are really honored to have you over here. Please introduce yourself and continue with your presentation.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, Samuel, also for this talk. Very interesting. I'm Leila bin Youssef from Algeria, north of Africa. I'm the owner of a startup, Kidi Sorties, which is a platform. It's a link between parents and kids leisure, kids-friendly places for leisure. It's the problem is that parents haven't ideas to go outside with kids and to have fun in kids-friendly places. I'm here to share first my story because in Africa we know that we are less than 20% of women in tech, and I'm also want to share my story because I'm not first my study was in marketing, my background, but now I'm in tech, and I'm also a woman in tech influencer in Africa and also MENA region, and I have network also in India, and where ecosystem in tech is more than expanded than in Algeria. For example, in Algeria, we have only 2 years a new Ministry of Startup. There wasn't before. We have label for startup, and I wanted to share my story how I decided to stop working in the big society companies and to launch my own company in technology. I started one day. I looking for a new job and looking for a new challenge in my life. It was in 2018, and my mother came with a newspaper. It wasn't in web, and show me a call for application for startup weekend special woman. I didn't know what was a startup weekend. I didn't know what was a startup also, but I want to discover. I wanted to discover this word. That's why I went to this startup weekend for women, and also I discovered a new word of innovation, a new word of good vibes, good energy, a new word because I worked more than 10 years in a big company, worldwide companies in Algeria as the sales and marketing manager. But I was like, I wanted always new things in my life. And after this startup weekend, even if I didn't earn this competition, I had this behavior and all this dream to launch and wanted to launch my own company. Even we were 50% women. I was alone that started my own company in digital, even if I didn't know this ecosystem. I started with the men, which who helped me to develop my website and to discover digital and technology. And after this, the first year of creation of my company, I was a finalist of Women in Tech in Dubai in JITEX. It was for me, imagine, I had only 1 year to discover this ecosystem, but after 1 year, I was like the only woman in Algeria represented in JITEX in technology. And I was it was an honor for me. And after in 2020, even we had the COVID crisis, I had to stop my company because it's in leisure, it's tourism, it's going outside with kids, and all places for leisure stopped and closed. And this year I was also I earned the Women Africa Initiative. It's a program for mentoring. It's mentorship program to empower skills of women in leadership, in marketing, in technology, and all things to develop her own business. After this, it was a big honor also for me, but I want to share this story because they had this competition gave me a lot of skills and to be behavior, to trust myself, and to continue my business. Because as women, even we are emotive, we had this problem that we never trust ourselves like men. After this, In 2021, I was distinguished innovative woman in Algeria, and I opened also a lot of inspiration. By inspiration and by my example, I opened a lot of chances for women. Didn't know in Algeria that they have the chance, that there are the startup weekend, there are the mentorship, and we haven't to pay for this. It's tools to develop our skills and to have advice to develop our business. And this year, I was also in Dubai, one of 100 women in tech influencer in MENA region. This is my story I wanted to share with you. And only to add some things about speech of Dr. Samuel Shea, I want to add that to develop these skills for women, we have to develop. I'm working with kids and parents, and we have to develop this first in education system. Education is the first thing, because we have education of parents and the education of school, pedagogic education. And I give you example when I speak with parents about a session of initiation or discovery of robotics for kids. They also the answer is, I have 2 kids, but it's only for men. No, it's open for women robotics, little girl especially, because it's not only for men. And this is the problem of parents. It was the father or also the mother think this kind of things. That's why we have to develop this culture with men for equality, and to have in board the company also a part of women representative. Also in VC venture capitals, we have less than 5% in the world women who led venture capital and to finance other women, to support other women. And also for education, because we have to explain for parents that also it's important for women to do what she wants to do, to discover this technology. And I want to add that one father saw the result of his little girl about when she did a robot. He was like, "Oh, it's amazing! I won't have to be a famous in this world in technology." This is my speech. Thank you so much for this honor you gave me.
Thank you so much, Leela. You are a role model yourself, thriving. You have the courage to thrive and run your own business. And today we are talking about digital empowerment. And you are in being a woman, you are in tech. And yes, you have raised the correct thing that we need to create awareness in both men and women. So that more we get the support and guidance to more we can provide with more women actually. And as I said to Samuel sir also, I'm looking forward with you also for future collaboration and working together, providing mentorship to women and in school also. You were talking about robotics and all, and these days in school in India, in school also, the council has started with AI and robotic and other labs for school children to develop knowledge. Let's see. We hope that in the near future, we will have the equal society that we are dreaming about, maybe.
Thank you so much. I'm open for collaboration, of course.
Yes, Edvishan is also always open for collaboration, and we will discuss that in near future. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me move forward with our next speaker, Dr. Meenakshi Rathi. Please welcome to our talk show. Introduce yourself and please carry on with your speech.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Shonali Roy, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible, ma'am? I just wanted
yes,
to...
Yes.
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much.
Good evening, and I think it is good morning there at Leela ma'am's side. So good morning, ma'am, and good morning, good afternoon, Samuel sir. For I was listening your talk from the very beginning. It was so inspiring, I must tell you. So as Madam said, I need to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Meenakshi Rathi, and I'm the professor in the Department of Commerce in the Madhya Pradesh Department of Higher Education, which is one of the states in India. To let you know, because Indians knows that thing, but yes, it is one of the states in in India, that is Madhya Pradesh. And I did my MBA, MCom, MTM, that is Masters in Travel and Tourism Management. Apart from that, I did my PhD in agri credits, and after that I joined as a professor in one of those organizations in Madhya Pradesh. And I'm blessed to be the part of the higher education department, because we are the pioneering states where we have incorporated National Education Policy 2020. And I once again I'm blessed to be be one of the team members of our online e-content development team of Department of Higher Education. So that ways I'm a resource person for various organizations, including NCRT and various HRDCs in India. And thank you so much, Dr. Shinoli Rai ma'am, for giving me this platform where I can, share whatever little, insights I just wanted to share with you all. Ma'am, may I have the permission of sharing my presentation, if you allow?
Yes, yes, sure. You can go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to start with my presentation. Is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Is it on a full screen mode? I just wanted to confirm.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Earlier it was considered that technology is, the man's world, but I don't agree with this at this point of time, as the International Women's Day. The theme of the International Women's Day here is digital innovation and technology for gender equality. Here I just wanted to share one more thing, that we should not talk about gender equality first. We should change this particular thing of gender equality with the gender equality is a word here, but I just wanted to change this word with gender equity, because gender equality and equity has a lot of difference, and equality is amongst those who are those who have started that race at the same pace. But yes, India is so-called a male dominance country, wherein we as a female still we are being deprived of many rights. Many there are many issues which required to be addressed and raised from the very local place. The addressing of the issues, or maybe the raising of the issues, should start from the home, and it should be addressed at the local level. So I should start with the things that the theme is embrace equity. So there is a difference between equality and equity. This is all about equality, I must say, and this is about equity. Equity basically ensures that you should get all the facilities as per your requirement, whatever is suitable to you, so that you will be at the same pace with everyone. So that is equity. One more example, I just wanted to quote equity and equality, the difference, with one more example, that all have been given the same bikes, but it is not at all suitable for each and everyone. Here all the different bikes or the different vehicle is being given to all, so that this is ensuring equity. So the same is applicable to Indian women also. Equity is, equality is giving everyone a shoe, and equity is giving everyone a shoe that fits. So I just wanted to focus here that you should provide all those opportunity which fits according to the situation which a women want. So if I talk about 21st century digital skills, why it is must for females to acquire? Because once I read this quote that illiterates of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but yes, they'll be those who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn. So being a female, as I'm into teaching, And I must share, I'm proud sharing this particular fact with you all, that teaching is one area where we have female dominance. Mostly all in all the teaching institutes, in all the education institutes, we find the teachers were mostly female. So that is one area where we can excel. And there is a requirement of getting yourself equipped with 21st century digital skills. So you need to learn new things, you need to unlearn whatever you have taught, whatever you have learned in your past, and how you were teaching, the traditional methods you might have adopted for your teaching learning process. So you need to unlearn those things, and you need to relearn the latest technology or the latest digital skills, which is very must. This is one study which is recently being given by UNICEF. These are the facts related to, I'll not go on all these facts. All these facts are related to that there is a large gap between the digital adoption of male and a female, and digital access is given more to males, less to females. Again, digital platforms are being used more by males and less by females, and roughly it is saying that 46% of the boys, they use internet, as compared to only 27% of the girls, which they use phones, or they use internet on their phones. Apart from that, this is a very trajectory statement, but yes, this is about the whole world. More than 50% of the world's women are offline. This is very trajectory. The reason is there is lack of digital literacy. As Samuel sir has also stated this particular thing in his pitch, that there is lack of digital literacy, there is lack of access, and there is lack of online safety. So what exactly we have to do is, I'll just quickly summarize on the need of digital literacy. So first thing, what exactly is digital literacy? Digital literacy means if you are able to use internet, and if you are able to use digital technology safely, securely, with a protected environment around you, that is a digital literacy. And the reason what basically is required to be done is the basic education. As sir said, the basic education has to be there along with digital literacy. Females specifically should be given digital literacy on how to use the digital devices, what all platforms are there to use those digital devices safely. And apart from that, digital literacy is closely linked with access. So as in society, as in male members, as in head of that particular girl child or maybe female, it is your responsibility to provide them the access, so that digital divide can be bridged. And apart from that, as again Samuel sir has quoted this thing, which I just wanted to re-quote, that financial literacy is must along with the basic education, because they need the basic education has to be there. And apart from that, certain jobs has to be offered to them, or certain business setup has to be given to them, so that they'll be financially stable. Once they are financially stable, they'll do wonders. So that ways, I must for all teachers, this is one of the quotes which I just wanted to quote it here, because I would be speaking further for 2 minutes related to this specifically for teachers. This is a quote which states that it is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent that survive. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. So that is, I just wanted to quote it here, change is the need of our. Accept it as soon as possible. If you wanted to be, a wonderful teacher, accepted by all your students, you have to be digitally, equipped with all latest technologies. So as in teachers, what we can do is we can see that there is a pedagogical transformation, there is a shift. Earlier, the concept of sage on the stage, this was the concept. It has been transformed to the concept of guide by the side. Now the teachers and the students, they co-create the learning process, and students are not mere the passive students. These days, students are very active, and they are into the process of teaching learning also. So I think teachers, we should adopt communication tools, we should adopt interactive teaching tools, we should adopt collaboration tools, we should adopt design and creation tools, we should adopt assessment tools into our teaching learning. And there are different platforms, varied platforms available online to use these technologies. And I must say, this is the future scope of your online or the e-content teaching. So blended learning would be there, more of collaborative teaching learning would be there, usage of more of multimedia, animations, growth of open educational resources would be there. 3 A's of learning: anywhere, anyone, anytime can learn. Then concepts of MOOCs and meta universities will be more in near future, and we have already started with the learner centric approach. The more education would be delivered via this learner centric approach only. So I think I must conclude my session with this quote: that now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with handshaking, start with voice trembling, but start and don't stop. You just need to start. And the last quote which I just wanted to quote it here, that if I wanted to measure the progress of a community, I will measure it with the degree of the progress which women has achieved. It is the wonderful quote which is given by Sir B.R. Ambedkar, and he truly said that if you educate a man, he only will be educated, but if you educate women, the whole generation would be educated. So that ways, education for the women, the basic education, the financial education, and the digital education, all these three education has to be there for the women. Thank you so much all. Over to Shanali ma'am. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you so much for the such elaboration of and explanation. Yes, we must start from now onwards if we want to see the change, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, the term that gender equity, yes, we must think about gender equity rather than equality. And it's always been there that digital literacy, financial literacy, these are the need of the hour. So we must work on these if we want the change, want to see the change in our society. So thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Okay.
Thank you,
Now,
thank you so much.
let me call upon our next speaker, Professor Abha Sharma. Professor Abha Sharma. Yes, ma'am is there.
Namaskar, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to our talk show. Please introduce yourself and then carry on with your presentation.
Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you Edvishan for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Professor Abha Sharma and I'm Principal in BA Division of SCERT Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, the family I come from taught me at a very young age that the female energy is to be revered, is to be worshipped because she is a Shakti. And to begin with the quote of Sandra Day O'Connor, that says, as women achieve power, the barriers will fall. As society sees what women can do, as women see what women can do, there will be more women out there doing things, and we will all be better off for it. Good evening, everyone out there. Now, to start with what I just wanted to present a few of my views on this topic, what exactly we mean by women empowerment. You know, empowering women means promoting women's sense of self-worth. And that actually is the most important thing. And that means that promoting and helping them decide their ability to identify their weaknesses, and more than that is to overcome them. And empowering women leads them to take a step for themselves in the society in the present digital age. Now, moving ahead, if we want to discuss that, we just need to see what is the need for the women empowerment, especially in the country like India. You know, women empowerment means giving the power of taking the crucial decisions to women. And it means empowering women by letting them study, work, and wear whatever they want without letting any restrictions on them. Now, to make them empowered, the one thing we as a society can do is to educate them, is to update them with all the technological advancements. And no matter where the woman is born, either the urban area or the rural area, they should be given the basic education along with education of information and communication technology. See, women empowerment is not necessarily for oneself, but also for the society, upliftment of the society. Now, an empowered woman can only teach the other about the differences a slight change in attitude can bring to them and to bring to the society as well. Now, women's when get educated, when are updated with the technological advancements, they not only empower her but a family too, and that we very well know. Educated and information and communication technology empowered women or a mother in a family makes a great change. Now, empowering women in the digital age is very important, and that is because empowering women who work in the technology and the business, she creates more diversity and creativity in the workforce, which are important tools for the innovation and for the upliftment of the society as well. See, empowerment also boosts the productivity, which benefits the society at large. Now, women are responsible for significant contribution in economy of our country. If I quote few of the example, I must first of all pinpoint that feminist digital platforms and the workshops have probably given the most amount of access to the education and awareness for women in the recent times. I appreciate Government of India for all the initiatives they have taken care with the digital platforms which are attempting to be more inclusive than ever before, assuring the safety, inclusivity, and a voice for women and the gender minorities across all the intersections, and not just options anymore, but necessitates. Now, the organizations that have shifted their content heavily from offline to the online media during the 2 years of the pandemic undoubtedly implemented this the most. And I must say the interventions and the initiatives being taken care by the government bodies like SCERT and CIET and CRT are worth appreciable, and they filled most of the gaps. I must say many of the women in my organization and in NCRT and many government organizations are doing a great job in filling this kind of gap. Also, the feminist digital platforms have opened up space for every individual to express their opinions, fears, and anxieties, as well as moments of joy, either anonymously or by claiming a name for themselves. Now, these digital platforms have helped women to also articulate their experiences in words or artistic forms and share them with the other women of the world. Furthermore, the social media platforms are a very important example of how technology has cemented solidarity among women. And starting from the call out post to survival stories, women have found a shared space where voices seem familiar and safer. I must say that the social media is one of the major sources that nurture a sense of sisterhood among women to younger generations. And moreover, through WhatsApp groups, Instagram posts, talking about women's issue, Facebook groups, and the Twitter threads, women and gender minorities feel aware and backed up. Several other popular social media platforms, especially women oriented, and have given women a comfortable space to open up. Now, apart from all these, many platforms also post instructional blogs and videos that help women learn countless activities and skills. Even we are working day and night to produce many of the digital stories, many of the skill-oriented courses, many of the activities online and in offline mode as well. So long lost interest are actually rediscovered, and the new skills are learned from these platforms. I must appreciate that. And the content on these platforms also inspire other women to make the content for their own. That is the matter of inspiration is going hand on hand. And this is the reason why so many women have their own YouTube channels in the recent years, where they proudly showcase their skills while simultaneously inspiring countless other people. Furthermore, online job openings are there, and in the last few years, uh, uh, more women have been able to attain financial independence, and that too through these online workspaces. See, special job openings for women through various online sites have increased the availability of work for them. And homemakers, especially the mothers who have remained on a long breaks, are now able to access exclusive opportunities to start working again. And several websites offer full-time or part-time time jobs that you can do by sitting at your home. I also want to quote that the lockdown has especially been a boon to many women who have previously not been able to accommodate the time and energy to join physical workspaces. This is one of the example. We are joining each other. We are having a strong network. I mean, I was the one who was benefited most. I have a strong network which was developed in last couple of years, nationally and internationally. And definitely you are the part of my life because of only this online media. So many women who have previously not been able to accommodate the time and energy to join physical workforce are now able to do that. And this has been made possible definitely because of this thoughtful advancement of technological means that have made work more accessible to women. And with the continuous update in this technological new work available on the numerous websites and the digital platforms, many women have found online resources much smoother to access than the offline ones. Uh, the most important, and I should say we need to concentrate on, is about the safety of the women. So there are many safety apps as well. As last but not the least is the introduction of the safety apps. So the technology has made it possible to track the physical and the emotional safety of women all the time through the use of the safety apps. And in times of potential dangers or violence, these safety apps have time and again enabled women to seek the help of family members, neighbors, friends, and even the police. So apps like Safety Pin, Raksha, Himmat, and many more are some popular safety apps. We definitely go for such type of workshops and the webinars wherein we give the knowledge about, updation about all these apps to our students, wherein the resource persons have been called from all these apps, those people who are associated with these apps, and they have definitely disseminated disseminated how the women can feel safe while working online. So I must say these apps are designed in a way that are easy for women of all the ages to use. Say, for example, the Shake to Safety app, as its name suggests, only requires a person to shake their devices or press the power button 4 times to notify desired sources with an SOS text or call. So now to conclude, I must say that technological developments have opened up many opportunities and platforms for women in the virtual space, and they have aided women to exercise their right to work and freedom of expression, definitely, that they are often unable to assert. This is very positive aspect of technology and testifies how it can be used to empower individuals from marginalized identity. To conclude with a relevant shlok, I must say that Nari Samanjasya Kushal Vastukara. That means that women is the skilled architect of society. So I think definitely स्त्री समाज की कुशल वास्तुकार है और यही हमें कहता है कि हम empowerment of women कैसे कर सकते हैं digital age में. Dhanyavad. Thank you so much. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Sonali ma'am, I think you have to unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Sharma. You have mentioned about the social media platforms and also about cybersecurity and talked about various apps that a women that can protect a woman from cyberbullying. That is another aspect you have touched upon. And yes, we have seen that rapid shift of change from physical to digital mode in the past few years, especially past 2 years. That is a blessing that COVID has brought into our society, basically, we must say. And also, I must appreciate you being one of the most proactive principal, because you have encouraged your students to join as intern in Edvishan. Some of your students are doing internship, and I'm very happy to see they are so much enthusiastic and energetic and doing works so skillfully. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
your.
Entirely my privilege. Thank you so much.
Okay, now next move forward to our next speaker, Dr. Reena Verma. Yes, welcome to Edvishan Talk Show. Please introduce yourself and carry on with your speech. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, Shanoli ma'am, for giving me the opportunity. And I'm really happy hearing all the eminent speakers here from India and from out of India. So today we are here on account of Women's Day. So, and we are here to talk about empowerment of women in this digital age. So the best example we can see here, we all are here on this social platform and we don't know each other. So this is the best example we can take, what we are going to talk about. So myself, Dr. Reena Verma, and I'm an educationist since last 22 years. Started as a degree college lecturer from when I was 22 years of age. Since then, worked in different profiles, worked as administrators, head of the institutes, language instructors, and now I'm working as career counselor too. And basically, I'm a social worker too. And I want to share with you all the very latest example, how I empowered myself. Since last 20 or more than 20 years, I'm still studying, I must say. Every year, I do something new. And this is only possible just because of this internet facility. This is of this digital usefulness. And I want to share with you all that I have just started my discussion forum called Samvad, a Positive Dialogue. And this, to the pleasant surprise, I realized I got connected with so many people whom I didn't know earlier. This was only just because I had this facility of digital usefulness. So we start with this. First of all, I will elaborate. We are talking about empowerment of women. So the word empowerment is what? Empowerment is to give power to something or someone which lacks it. If we talk about women, especially in Indian society, not only in Indian society, but I must say in all over the world, we are approximately the half of the population of the whole world. We are 49.58% or more than. So I must say, since the beginning, society hadn't been much generous towards us. We always had to strive hard to get the opportunities, to get the power. So definitely, women needs empowerment, and this digital age worked for us as a boon. We talk about empowerment. First of all, we talk about in points. First of all, if we see the education scenario, earlier we didn't get much opportunities to get education. If we see in rural areas or where there was hard geographical conditions, women were not able to go to the schools or higher education institutions. But coming of this internet facility, this social media, this digital platform, everyone has opportunity to get higher education. You don't need to go any school. Then we comes to careers. We have lot of opportunities to get career equipped. We can make career in any field. We can equip ourselves in different careers, sitting at the home of our, at the ease of our home. Then comes, we have many opportunities like Skill India portal, by National Skill Development Portal. Every course we can have online. We have Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra, governed by Ministry of Skill and Entrepreneurship Development. So I'm saying here, we have so many opportunities due to this digital, due to these digital platforms. We have, we can do self-care sessions. We can do, if you have some health hazards, you can join yoga classes from your home. We can do nutrition courses. One most important point, what I find, women empowerment should be given in the field. I talk about rural women, especially in the sector of agriculture. We see in every village, we have at least 12th pass. Girls are there in home and they are sitting in home. If we equip them how to run internet, how to run laptops, we can engage them in agriculture management. As we have seen, government policies for agriculture are not very friendly, are not very farmer friendly. So if you have girls at home who can run laptops or mobiles, they can manage how many production we are doing, how many cost of per crop we are getting, how much crops we have sold. So this management women can take care of by the ease of their home, sitting at their home. And one more empowerment everybody is witnessing is everyone has opportunity to showcase their talent. From their home they can show. If you are very good in stitching, embroidering, painting, you can grow your business. So this way, digital age has empowered women as women leaders. And more things we can talk about are financial literacy. From the ease of your home, you can open bank accounts, you can maintain your financial status, and you can learn even. This all is giving us gender equality, I think. And this is also giving us women empowerment, women leadership. So this is all I feel empowerment of women in this digital era. And since last 2 years, through COVID, we all have witnesses. It has really made remarkable upliftment in our lives. So thank you very much. This is only I have to say. Thank you so much, Sonali ma'am. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Reena ma'am. You have highlighted about the working in a rural area, empowerment of rural women. Actually, basically, I am also working currently in a rural area, rural Bengal. So we have seen there is less awareness among women, or in general, people are less aware about how can digitally be equipped. So that is how we have to.
Networking and community building.
Yes.
They can do very easily through internet.
Yes. we here provided them with some digital literacy program and all, so that because I work in a school, we need to empower the parents to run the schools smoothly. That is how we worked in the last 2 years, providing them various kind of digital literacy program and all. Yes, this is another aspect because we stay in urban areas, but we do not know the situation in rural areas. That also we need to think about that. Thank you so much for highlighting this.
My pleasure.
Okay, let us move forward with our next speaker, Mrs. Shubhra Verma. Mrs. Shubhra Verma. Mrs. Shubhra Verma, I think she is not there. Okay, we will move forward. Next, Mrs. Snehalata. Welcome, ma'am, to our talk show. Please introduce yourself and continue with your speech.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Actually, yesterday also I was in the show, this talk show, and today also I am the part of this. So I attended this show basically to know more, to learn more from each and every individual. So yesterday also there were some eminent speakers. Today also, and some guests were from outside also. I really loved the show. So let me introduce myself. I am Snehilata, and I'm teaching in St. Anne's Convent School, Chandigarh. I am an educationist as well as social activist. And from last 30 years, I am in this school as an educationist. Okay. So basically, when we talk about women empowerment, it starts from home first. It starts from home first. And I feel that at my home, I got full support, especially from my husband, because mine was the early marriage. I did all my qualification after the marriage. Even final year of graduation also I did after marriage, along with all household work, job, and everything. Time management, of course, is in our hands, but still, that time digitization was not that much, but empowerment covers up everything, right? So I feel full support from my family. Because of that, today I am here in among all these guests today. And as I'm in the computers, I am HOD computer department in St. Anne's Convent School. So I have developed a lot of skills in these years, like computer skills, programming, website designing, editing and animation. So many skills which are related to this digitization or this field. But initially, when I joined the school in 1998, I did the course with the Intel, and I was while doing the course, they just gave me the certificate of master trainer, and on their website also my name was there. That was the first step which I took in the this international organization, that is Intel, very renowned. And till that time I only knew that Intel is the one of the organization which is the the premier organization. But once I became the part of that, I gave training to more than 700 teachers during that program as a master trainer. Because of that, they made me a member, executive member in NGO, that is Koshish, which is in Chandigarh, and in 2003. So after that, we did a lot of work for empowerment of women as well as the people in the rural area, not only women, the children also, and especially our parents, even the mothers. We used to have special camps, computer awareness programs for our mothers, as well as the ladies, those who are in the rural areas and their children are studying in some schools in the EWS quota and other quotas also. And for that we were awarded, I was awarded as the awards from Lions Club and Chandigarh administration. And all these started when digitization was not that much. We were doing these courses from those years, And now digitization is there, and I'm happy, honored, and humbled to be the part of this show. Because, and especially the Sonali ma'am who provided this opportunity to us, and especially during the COVID timings, as an educationist, I observed, that globally it affected everybody, and it has had a significant impact on the education system in India, affecting teachers, students, parents, and sudden shift from to the online training has forced educators, students to adapt new teaching and learning technologies, different learning methods. They have to learn, relearn, then nearly 320 millions learners have been affected by this pandemic in India, especially created the largest disruption of education system in the human history. I remember when our school was closed, it was that phase when everybody was tensed how to go about it, but everybody took this as a challenge, and they ensured, parents, everybody, they ensured that our students should receive the quality education, which is also the part 1, like gender equality. The education, quality education, is also one area where SDG is working. Then the COVID-19 had forced teachers to make significant changes in their teaching learning methodologies to impart quality education. It has changed the role of teachers, teaching strategies, and use of digital platforms for communication, as well as collaborating with the students. And with this, students also were empowered. So as an educator, I myself observed that our faculty, maximum teachers, like we have a staff of more than 130 teachers. Out of that, only 10 to 12 men are there. Maximum are the women. And all of them got the training in this all digitization, Google Meet. We started with Google Meet, WebEx, and then MS Teams initially. And the board which we are affiliated, our institution is affiliated, CBSE board. The numerous capacity building programs were organized on Google Meet, and then they switched to WebEx. And also a lot of certificate courses were there for the students, online trainings were there, cyber safety webinars were there for students. We also conducted as teachers a lot of webinars for parents to literate them digitally also, because the awareness was required. That was required. And teachers has also had to be more flexible in their approach with the students as well as with the parents during that time. So this is one example which I noticed. When digital transformation is done right, so I would like to quote, when digital transformation is done right, it is like a caterpillar turning into the butterfly, right? Then during that period, some people have lost a lot of family members, they have lost the jobs and all. That is also one of the main reason about reason of transformation, digitization among all of us. People started with making reels, TikToks, and now also they have continued that, and YouTube channels of their own in all the spheres like cooking, gardening, stitching, coaching, counseling, educationist, anything, whatnot. All the spheres of life, people started making channels, as well as people started connecting to them. And everybody is learning, especially the women, those who are at home, and they suppose somebody is very good in cooking, and these days they got a chance to participate in this competition, and people learn a lot how to do the final transactions, how to handle it, digitally. That is also one benefit. And uh, I would like to say that, during that time as well as now also, um, I felt that most of us, we were sometimes neglecting physical activities and all. During COVID, I remember in the month of May and June, when the holidays were there, it was compulsory for all the teachers and students to join the yoga camps and all online. So I used to do earlier, but I also joined it. And from that day onwards, I remember I am doing it regularly. So that is one benefit which I got because of this. This is one transformation which I noticed in myself. And also, we got participate in a lot of things. Like I participated in online beauty pageant. Miss and Mrs. Bharat, and I got the title of Perfectionist Diva, as well as I won in Mrs. category, which I never thought of as an educationist to participate in this victim survivors. So I thought, let me participate. At least I'll contribute little bit to the society in this way. And today, all those 5, 6 acid victim survivors, those who were the participants, contestants with us, they all are our friends. And we learned a lot from them also. How they empowered themselves, how they made this place in the society after, that trauma phase. Then also I participated in a lot of global global international leadership conferences, and in some symposiums also. Then cyber safety and cyber crime seminars, which we used to conduct offline, we conducted online. We also I also conducted Google We Internet Awesome program. That's a very beautiful program in which we teach how to handle different apps as well as different softwares online. When children explore a lot of apps, ma'am was also speaking about that we teach in our schools. We call people for the apps and all. During this phase, we also taught children how to use the apps, how to save the memory of the computer, how to save this. So everything we used to teach during these online classes, along with our teaching. So we felt that in Google Internet Awesome Master Trainer program, we made aware a lot of people, and now I think thousands of teachers have become the master trainers under that. So it's also one area which the teachers like English teacher and Hindi teachers as well as art and craft teachers also explored this. So that is the best part. And everybody, got that confidence. So confidence is very, very important, right? And also I am attached with the Edvishan family from the starting. I also wrote 2 poems as a woman. And I would like to continue to explore more and more. Recently, I got an award on International Women Day from one of the NGO, which is in Panchkula. And that award was given by, the ACP Traffic, Mrs. Mamta. And she told her story and was so inspiring. So wherever we go and wherever the women speak about them, that how they reach that level. So we get a lot of inspiration, and each day we learn. Each day we learn. So this is all about it, and I would like to, if ma'am, just a second, I would like to say a few lines here. A woman is the beauty of every house. She is the princess of her father, shadow of her mother, best friend of the siblings, companion to the partners, and the first teacher to her children. And women working together, linked, informed, educated, can bring peace and prosperity to the forsaken planet. There is no limit to what we women can accomplish. Each time women stand up for herself without knowing it possibly, without claiming it, she stands for all the women. So I want to build a community actually where women of all races can communicate and continue to support each other and take care of each other, right? So together I think we can make a lot of difference in the society. And I think time, I have utilized the maximum time. If ma'am allows, I would like to read the poem which I wrote it for acid victim survivors. If ma'am allows, I'll just read out that within 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, I think we can do that at the end.
Towards the end.
Yes,
Okay, ma'am.
that would be
Thank you
best.
so
We
much.
will wind up with your poem. Okay, because I am
Okay,
also
okay,
eager to hear about
ma'am.
your write-up.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, you have highlighted two aspects. That is, one is adaptability. We should adapt, especially as educators. We have adapted ourselves. due to the sudden shift from offline to online. And second is learning is a never-ending process. We should continue
Yes.
to learn to upgrade ourselves
Yes,
and
ma'am.
empower ourselves. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And